working with restorative justice and talking to families, it's not just the truancy piece of them not coming, it's what the problem is that's keeping them from coming. So it's addressing the family issue, it's addressing homelessness, it's addressing transportation, it's addressing incarceration of their parents or them sometimes. So that all the way around meets the needs of our kids.
I was the kid that everybody wanted to put out of the classroom. Got kicked out of school, from school to school. I was the kid that the parents didn't want their kids to be friends with. And so I really believed that this was a way for me to give back. Through the circles, they are learning how to problem solve. They're learning how to make their wrongs right. Empathy is being built within them. They're understanding what values are and how important their value is and how important other people's values are. I have to say community building is probably one of our most effective circles. We do that within peers and we do that in our classrooms. And so you even can notice the temperature change in the classroom where now teachers can teach and students can learn. This basically is a lifestyle to us. Acknowledging each other's values in our community, in our neighborhoods, in our grocery stores, and having intentional conversation is just become who I am. Why is restorative justice in the schools important to me? Because I was the kid that was kicked out of school and that went school to school. I was the kid that people didn't want their child hanging around with. I tell everyone I was a tier 4 kid. I was observed and pulled by gang unit all the time, and I was a teen mom. And so I experienced a lot of harm and I caused a lot of harm. And so it was just a vicious cycle in my life that I saw RJ in schools the best opportunity to give back, to give them hope, and to have those intentional conversations where these kids are at an age and a stage in their life where they're going to make crucial decisions that will affect their future. And ultimately, I believe that this process will reduce the school to prison pipeline.
I know that restorative justice takes it to a whole nother level outside of school time in the community with our kids, especially with some of our highest risk kids. But here on campus, it's really just to develop the relationships, help fill some of the social deficit that they come to us with for whatever reason, and teach them how to communicate effectively to meet their needs.
We did circles in our classroom and in the portable in RJ.
Giving me a broader perspective and giving me more tools to use to solve problems when I'm working with students that have repeated disciplinary issues. Instead of moving towards a punitive aspect, we can really work to figure out what the root cause is, what the trigger is for those behaviors, and move forward because I have a different communication style based on the processes that I've learned in restorative justice.
It's fixed a lot of problems in the classroom and at home and in other classrooms with other people, like conflict. And most of the teachers are getting better reviews for me and him that since we've been in restorative justice, and we haven't been getting in trouble that much.
We've got parents that come in that have issues almost as that are creating the issues with their kids. So it's the kid, they're sending us the best kid they have every day. And sometimes if the parent has needs that aren't met, we don't know that either.
I think that on this campus it's been very beneficial. A lot of our students don't have a safe place to talk about what's going on with them or to express their emotions, and it's given them structure and a safe environment to be able to do that. Some of our students seek out Miss Eloise or their teachers now because they've been doing the circles in their classrooms and they feel more comfortable. They see their teachers and the adults on campus as human beings, not just as these people telling them what to do. And they see their peers as human beings also, not just other people that pick on them or people with stories, people like them. And so it's been a really positive thing for this campus.
What I think about it is that you get to talk about your feelings and your friends and what's going on and stuff like that.
It's been a great tool for just redirecting behaviors. We all have our off days, even as adults, and the students need that model to be able to take a step back and think about, how are my actions affecting others, how are they affecting myself. And we talk a lot about values in circles, and so it's a lot of students talk about respect, but respect means a lot of things to different people, and so it's really defining what respect means, what it looks like, that it can be different for different people, and that we have to show those values all the time. And so when they're acting out, when they're having a bad day, it's a really nice way to bring it back and asking, are you showing these values that you agreed to, that you said that you really are important to you? And they take a look back and they think about it and realize that they're not doing that and fix it themselves. I have a student who talks about maybe their electricity got turned off at home, or maybe mom's in the hospital, or you don't necessarily know the things, that the layers that are going on with the students, and it's really helped me to realize that they have a lot more going on than meets the eye.
And so when they come in and you really get to see what's happening, what their life is like at home, and the needs that these families have, not just the kids, it's really emotional, and really strong bonds are built in those circles.